And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to the live stream show. On today's live stream, I'm ready to play with deck from Japan, and in front of you is Buzzwole Alolan Ninetales deck that's been used in Japan. Managed to enter top 8, finished at 7th place. Very unique deck list with custom catchers, so you can actually use custom catchers once you evolve your Ninetales and pretty much catch your opponent benchant Pokemon. I mean, Lycanroc is the same thing as double custom catcher play, but for example, Ninetales can also spread some damage with Snow Wind. And I guess that was pretty much the strategy of that deck, you know, to probably spread as many damage as you can with the Jet Punch and Snow Wind, potentially grabbing double price card if it's possible. So gonna go quickly through the deck list, and then I will just play some games on the ladder. So we have one Oranguru with Instruct, 3 copies of Alolan Vulpix featuring 2 Ninetales-GX. Then I have 2 Buzzwole, 4 copies of Buzzwole-GX, because it's very important to start with the Buzzwole so you can just start to spread damage. Diancie for extra damage with Princess's Chairs, and 3 copies of Tapu Lele-GX. A lot of Tapu Lele-GXs in this deck list. I don't know why so many Tapu Leles, but who knows why. Actually, let me just add that Rainbow Tapu Lele because I'm trying to play today max rarity deck. Unfortunately, don't have those secret rare energies, but anyways. So actually, it makes sense to play triple Tapu Lele just because you can grab Lisia at your turn 1, where you can search your deck for 2 Prism Star cards. Pretty useful, so you can grab a Beast Energy and some sort of Diancie, which means that turn 1 you can pump up your Jet Punch up to 80-30, which is insane. Also, Lusamine Prism can also be used as a tech as well, so triple Tapu Lele actually makes sense. From item cards, we're gonna find 3 copies of Beast Ring for energy acceleration, 4 custom catchers that I mentioned a couple moments earlier. So by playing 2 custom catchers at the same time, you can just switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active Pokemon. Very useful. Then we have 2 switch cards, 4 copies of Ultra Ball, 3 Brooklet Hills for the setup, 4 choice bands for extra damage, so very consistent deck list with pretty much almost 4 of everything. Then this deck also has 4 copies of Cynthia, 2 copies of Judge, and 1 copy of Lillie, featuring 2 Guzmas, 2 Lisias, and 1 Lusamine, and 12 energies, so 1 Beast, 4 copies of Unit, and also 7 regular fighting energy cards, which means that this deck can also attack with, if it's necessary, Alolan Ninetales-GX. Alright, so let me just quickly share the links, and then we can basically start ladder games. In a couple moments. I'm not actually sure what to expect from this deck. Probably it is a good deck, but still I think that I still personally think that you're gonna have a hard time trying to win against Blacephalon, just because Blacephalon is much faster in my opinion. It has also much more support than the Buzzwole. I mean, both can use Beast Rings, but still Buzzwole can just... Buzzwole is weak on the Nagan Handle, which is a big problem in my opinion. Anyways, starting the game number 1. So I have one Buzzwole, which is a good thing. And I have Lisia as well, and Beast Energy, for example. So I guess I'm just gonna play Lisia and search my deck for something like Diancie, so I can grab the first knockout in the game at my turn 1 versus that Vulpix, maybe even versus Ditto. Really also thinking about maybe capturing that Ditto on the bench, so triple Vulpix play. I can expect to see maybe even... oh, he decided to attach energy to active one. Really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna grab myself just Diancie for now. And with Beast Energy, I'm actually ready to Jet Punch that Ditto on the bench, because I'm hoping maybe to knock him out next turn, potentially. And theoretically, with Guzma play, I might took double knockout here. So there is the Aqua Patch and Cynthia for 6. All right. Not really sure what to expect versus Luminous Barrier Ninetales. I mean, the truth is I can double hit knockout with my regular Buzzwole, his Alolan Ninetales, and there is a Ice Pet Ninetales GX, so this might be a little bit tricky for me, especially if he decides to use that Ice Pet GX, which basically means one thing. He hit me for 50 on the bench, he's ready to cause even more damage to me next turn. So if he can add energy choice band, I'm gonna be knocked out. That is a very scary thing. Energy attachment Cynthia play. Or if he don't have nothing in his hand, I can maybe try to put some pressure on that Ninetales. So let's go with the Jet Punch. Applying actually pressure to Piplup at this moment. So 50-30. There is already a lot of damage. And I'm ready for my Cynthia play at the following turn. So there's a beacon play, so I actually did a good job. Next turn I can take 2 prize cards. Very impressive. Only this Ninetales will be a little problem. With the choice band and energy, he's gonna be able to knock me out. But then I can simply trigger my... Beast Ring play. But for that I'm gonna need Vulpix on the bench. Gonna help my opponent a little bit with this Brooklet Hill, but also gonna help my to set up myself as well. Alright, so don't need pretty much nothing else. This is gonna be just a double knocker for now. And I'm ready at my next turn for maybe a return knockout against his Empoleon, maybe even Ninetales. So he's definitely trying to power up this Ninetales, and there we go with the switch. Impressive play. If he can find himself a choice band, then Blizzard Edge can definitely knock my Buzzwole out. That is a not bad thing at all. Since I have my Ninetales available, I can easily grab myself a Beast Ring. But more important is that I already have my... oh no, so he just decided to hit for 50. Alright. What we can do then here... I can actually knock him out. So all I'm gonna need is gonna be a Brooklet Hill play for another Vulpix. Then I'm gonna play myself Ninetales for switch. And I think I can go for something like a custom catcher. Do I have custom catcher in my hand? Nope. I can grab one next turn, I guess. Alright, ready for switch play. Right now I'm hitting for 210. I can even add that choice band so I can have even more damage available. And I'm ready for my Knuckle Impact GX. There we go, down to one price, 240. That's a lot of damage, and he immediately decided to concede, so Buzzwole is just destroying this Ninetales deck easily without too many problems. Moving on to another game. And that's exactly what you can expect from this deck. You know, you can expect a lot of damage, also damage spread, couple of your turns with your Jet Punch. Oh, this type of opening hands are not good. I would rate this deck probably strong 8. It is a very good deck. Weakness is the biggest problem for this deck, obviously. Yeah, I do feel comfortable maybe with Lisia play turn 1, but really not sure how good this is gonna be. I think I'm just gonna Cynthia. If I had Buzzwole, I would probably do it, but I didn't have it, so... No, I'm talking while I'm chatting, so I'm going live. This is live stream. Alright, so there's a Cynthia from the other side of the field. Thanks for the following, Kiss again on Twitch, really appreciate that. I'm also streaming on Twitch and on YouTube, on both platforms. I'm ready for my switch play. I'm gonna go with Lillie for 6. I think I might decide to play one copy of Ultra Ball. Just to get myself a Diancie, but unfortunately it is priced. So I can even go for double custom catcher play. So I can basically target my opponent, Wooper. Yeah, oh, come on, he just decided to concede the moment I do that. Alright. Tag Team GX's, probably Gengar is not that bad. It has decent attack. But I think that Zekrom is going to be the best one. Deck that's going to be used heavily. It can be accelerate fast, you know, you can attack with 2 energies with Thunder Mountain in play. It has a lot of potential. And maybe that Venusaur Venusaur Tag Team GX is also good and strong, so this might also be a good and strong deck. You can find deck list in the video description, but I can show it to you after game ends, no problem. Alright, so I'm gonna pass my turn for now. I could literally Ultra Ball, paying 2 energies for something like Vulpix, but I'm just gonna rather save my resources. So on the other side of the field, Shuckle with Seviper and Live Forest. So that is gonna be a really interesting game for me. There's a Crushing Hammer. So the good thing is that I didn't decide to use my another energy for that Ultra Ball play. And just a Lusamine as a top deck. Yeah, it is very expensive. Really, it is. I think I'm gonna go with one Ultra Ball play here. And I'm thinking about just grabbing that Oranguru for now so I can instruct maybe in some sort of Cynthia play or maybe Lillie. Worst possible scenario, Guzma maybe, just a choice band. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna attach it. Okay, so there we go, Tatum Liza. And he just decided to pass us the turn. Alright, and yet another Choice Band top decked. I have 4 copies of Choice Band, so I can definitely use one. Yeah, definitely. Team Up is coming tomorrow, so I can't wait for that because I will also try to live stream. So I actually took 6 damage counters there. I'm thinking about using another Ultra Ball play here for some sort of Buzzwole and one custom catcher play. So I can grab that Vulpix and play, put him on the bench, and just attach another energy card and pass my turn after that. So I have a lot of coins that I'm gonna spend on new booster packs. Probably gonna open 2 booster boxes of codes here on TCGO. But I also have another account where I'm playing actually tournaments. On that account I have like 1600 tokens. Oh, luckily he flipped tails. So my Tapu Lele will be knocked out next turn, meaning that I can activate my Beast Ring. Most importantly is that I can go for 190. He decided to switch on Seviper, so he noticed threat there, so he just decided rather to switch. But the good thing is that I have Ultra Ball ready. And I can Ultra Ball 2 cards from my hand for that Ninetales. Okay, 2 custom catchers, all I really need. Yeah, you know, sometimes they just print good cards, sometimes they print bad cards. They can't always print good cards, you know. They need to print something bad as well. Alright, not bad. The only thing that I can play more than this will be Ultra Ball play, where I'm gonna actually grab myself a Diancie so I can have even more damage available. And it is quite obvious that I'm gonna use my Absorption GX, so I can use my Knuckle Impact next turn. Guzma and Unit Energy. Alright. Oh yeah, definitely. They looks great with heart in the middle. But my favorite art is definitely Venusaur. It looks pretty cool. And there's Enhanced Hammer, so I lost 1 unit energy. It's not a big deal. Right now, for me, the most important is to try to get 1 copy of Choice Band first. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able... Actually, I can knock him out because I'm hitting for 160 plus 20 from Diancie, so that will be 180. So Shuckle will be knocked out next turn. The only thing that can actually save my opponent would be that Rap GX, which can potentially be used as expected, so I'm gonna go with my Judge Switch play on his Tapu Lele. Oh, actually on, as Guzma play. So I'm hitting for 170 with the Buzzwole, right? If I calculated my math correct. And yet another Buzzwole GX for the bench. So Sledgehammer should be enough for the knockout. I'm moving down to 2 prize cards, meaning that I only need to knock his Shuckle for the game. And I do have Cynthia, so I think I'm gonna be just perfectly fine. So he decided to promote Seviper. We might... Yeah, the only thing that I need right now would be a Guzma. So I can just go for the knockout versus Shuckle. And also Choice Band in addition to that, because he have either Paradise Conversation or Re Play. I mean, it's not that I need Choice Band, I can also rely on maybe my Brooklet Hill as well. But it is my turn, so Beast Energy was a top deck. I'm even considering retreating and hitting here, or maybe just knocking him out with my Sledgehammer play. I mean, Sledgehammer can still work, you know, for the one-hit knockout. Maybe my opponent is missing that. Maybe he don't know about that. I have no clue about it. I still have Guzma available, so it's definitely worth to use my Beast Ring. And also I have Switch. Gonna waste another Beast Ring just to get rid of the cards from my hand, and then I'm gonna Sledgehammer for another round of the knockout. And since I have Switch, I think this is pretty much gonna be it. So there's another custom catcher. Going big with this deck, 3 wins in a row so far. Really impressive. It works smooth. But I just don't know why 3 copies of Tapu Lele. Oh, there's Blacephalon. Okay, so let's see what we can expect from Blacephalon deck. I mean, okay, with Buzzwole actually, Sledgehammer turn 1, you can go for like 110. It's not that bad actually when I think twice. Alright, so I'm starting first. I'm gonna grab myself a Diancie. More than that. Lisia sounds like a good idea. So I can grab that Beast Energy. More than that, I can attach Beast Energy, and right now I'm already hitting for 80. That's something I really want to see. Ultra Ball should be for energy. Nah, don't feel comfortable discarding energy, but I'm gonna rather throw that Beast Ring from my hand for 1 Vulpix. And for now, I'm done. Next turn, I'm ready for Cynthia play. Right now, I will have 1 knockout at my turn 2, which is the most important thing here. I can maybe even consider charging up my Buzzwole for 2nd swing around attack. It's like 130 with choice 161 heads on the coin flip, and I can knock Blacephalon out with Buzzwole, which would be a really amazing thing to do. Still, I can also knock him out with my Ninetales as well, so I can just use my GX attack and knock my opponent Blacephalon easily. Alright, Ultra Space. I can even use advantage of the Ultra Space, searching my deck for something like a Buzzwole-GX, so that's a good thing to know. In this matchup, I can use 2 different stadium cards, which is a good thing. Turn 1 Lillie for 6. Alright, and there's Ditto as well. Sooner or later, this Ditto will be evolved into Mach, so if I can maybe... He only had 1 energy in discard pile. So far, I mean... He's gonna have more than 1 next turn, I'm 100% positive in that. Alright, my turn, my top deck, Custom Catcher. It is decent top deck. I'm actually gonna prepare my Ninetales here for that GX knockout versus his Blacephalon. The question still remains, should I go right now with my Ninetales, grabbing myself 2nd Custom Catcher, and then hitting his Blacephalon hard? I think it should be much better if I just decide to Sledgehammer him for the knockout right now, and then I can just use my GX next turn if he managed to knock my Buzzwole out. It's much more better. It's quite obvious that after that knockout, my opponent will be able to use his Beast Rings. It actually doesn't matter too much. As long as he miss Guzma play knockout this turn against my Vulpix, I'm gonna be perfectly fine. So he's probably gonna knock my Buzzwole right now out, paying 3 energies, which is a lot. Then I can knock him out with my Sublimation GX, I can move down to 3 price cards, and then my opponent can probably active a couple Beast Rings and knock my Ninetales out, and then I can active my Beast Rings and respond with my Knuckle Impact. And then I'm moving down to 1 price, and he's still gonna have 3 price cards, and I'm gonna still be able to active my Beast Rings, so I think I'm gonna be in a pretty good position. That turn 1 knockout was very important, and I think after that knockout, there's no way for my opponent to recover in this game. He had Guzma, unfortunately he didn't have enough energies in discard pile. Actually he had. If I was my opponent, I would probably just consider knocking this Vulpix down on the bench. To be honest, I don't know what is the best deck for the standard format. There is so many decks in current format that you can play. The problem is that there is no... the best deck does not exist, you know. The best deck does not exist, in my opinion. Okay, this actually shook me a little bit. That Marshadow actually... why I didn't evolve into my Ninetales turn before. Because I was probably trying to search my deck for a couple item cards after that knockout. Best budget. You should go with Gramble, Lost March. Lost March is actually budget. Gramble is not, because for the Gramble you need to have like 3 Orangurus, and that's already 25 bucks. Okay, he got me there. Oh, come on. Really don't have another option than Sledgehammer for 60. So he actually decided right now to use his GX, and he successfully strike that energy card. And just a Lusamine as a top deck. Yeah, definitely I'm gonna grab myself Buzzwole into hand. I'm gonna keep this energy just because I don't know what I can top deck, so I'd rather keep that energy in my hand. Buzzwole-GX and another energy card. Alright, I don't know why he decided to use that price card, because he allows me to knock him out with the Sledgehammer, so... Well, it's $2 in the USA, but you can get it much less if we are talking about real cards. You can get it probably for like... You can probably get placed for €2 in Europe if we speak about league promo cards. They're actually not expensive. So Jumpluffs are actually not worth too much. You can check Card Market, for example. If you live in Europe. If you live in United States, you should go with CCG Castle. They have for like $2 one Jumpluff, which is very cheap in my opinion for a card like that. So there we go. He struck me for 150. Right now I can use my Lusamine. If we talk about a TCGO, then you should consider building Gramble, for example, because it's not expensive. Right, it's definitely not expensive. Risking with my Vulpix in the active position. Not sure what would I think about this risk. I'm going actually all in here. So I'm ready for Tapu Lele Cynthia play. And something tells me that I have decent chance to I didn't notice that Mach on the bench. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the shit actually happened. What a misplay. That was such a horrible misplay that I'm quite embarrassed that I did that. Check yesterday live stream. You can find my Gramble deck list on my yesterday video. I played with the Gramble live stream. Okay, I can still hope to top deck some sort of supporter card here. And yeah, I just need that knockout next turn, following turn. So top decking Alolan Ninetales-GX is the best thing I can actually get. Just because I can grab myself Switch and I can just use Sublimation GX and finish this game. But yeah, that Mach play... I mean, even... yeah, actually, he decided to retreat on the Marshadow. We might see next turn... Actually, custom catcher is not that bad. And again, I'm risking a lot, right? There is the Ultra Ball, so... I can go for something like... Ninetales, and then with the Ninetales I can grab myself Switch and one more item card, which can be a Beast Ring, for example. I can knock then his Marshadow out. I actually think how two Beast Rings are much better, just because I can knock Olympic his Marshadow anyways. So top deck actually saves the day here. And still I'm ready for that Sublimation GX, which means that theoretically I can win the game by knocking my opponent Blacephalon out. For that I'm gonna need just Sublimation and that's it. And in order to knock my Buzzwole out, this Blacephalon gonna need one more fire energy. I don't see a single energy in my opponent's discard pile. Neither too many cards in his hand. This was a very close game. and he just decided to concede at the end. Probably he didn't even have enough resources for the knockout against this Buzzwole. That's the reason why he just decided to concede. But we're moving on to the... Okay, you asked for... Oh, so I played on another account with my Gramble deck, so I don't have it right here. I can't believe that 3 games in a row I'm starting with Tapu Lele. It's so unfair. Not sure. You should send me friend request on. I can't accept any more new players here on this account from which I stream. So you should send me to the new account that I made. What we can do here? I have Switch, so I think Lisia play for some sort of... oh, damn it. Diancie is priced. Still decent Jet Punch turn 1 for 60-30. And we're playing against Genesect with double drive, so this is going to be probably upcoming deck for the new for the standard format, but with the new set release, that Jirachi is going to boost this Genesect a bit. So he can use turn back time, he can hit me for 60, actually for 90 because of the choice band. And I was short for the Diancie in order to double hit knock out this Dialga. But never mind for that, I can still just play Cynthia next turn and potentially get Ninetales for some sort of double custom capture choiceman play, and then I can simply hit for like 90-30. But my main focus should definitely be those Magnemites on the bench, especially if he managed to just bench one of them. And the problem is this Dialga, because it's hitting hard next turn. It can knock me out. So, to be honest, I don't feel quite comfortable about that. Okay, ready for Cynthia play, and hopefully I can get that Ninetales. Yes, I can with Ultra Ball. Alright, I also have my choice band available. And Ninetales-GX, which needs to be for a double custom catcher play. Okay, there we go. Jet Punch, and I'm putting some pressure to his Dialga on the bench. My opponent will be short for 10 in order to knock my Buzzwole out, because he's hitting for 90, but if he can add another extra energy to this Dialga, then he can knock me out. That's for sure. Which means that after that knockout, I'm gonna be able to use advantage of my Choice Helmet. What does the Choice Helmet do? Not sure what the Choice Helmet cards do, so I'm gonna need to check that. Alright, so I have 5 wins in a row on today's live stream with this deck. This is just insane. This deck is just pure madness. And of course, stats showing 0 games played. Choice Helmet says that the Pokemon this card is attached to take 30 damage less from the attacks of your opponent's Pokemon GX and EX. Probably you can tech this card in Genesect GX. Interesting that I simply can't start with Buzzwole, neither Buzzwole GX. I'm just starting with, if it's not Tapu Lele, it is Oranguru. So turn 1 strategy. Okay, Arceus with the first low and Trinity Star. Arceus can be used in, for example, Whaler deck. Personally, I would play it in the Whaler deck. I don't know why nobody didn't even consider doing that. Yeah, definitely one Vulpix, energy attachment. It's quite obvious that I'm gonna play double custom catcher. After that, Lillie. Well, there's a switch. And I'm just sledgehammering my opponent right now for 60. That's pretty cool, because next turn, with Buzzwole GX, I can apply some pressure to his other Pokemon and also snipe this Blitzy on the bench. Once he evolves into Zebstrika, I'm not going to be able to knock him out. So there is another white Kyurem. And Guzma for my Oranguru, so he is responding back onto my Oranguru, and he also passes the turn. Yeah, it's quite obvious. He can't use advantage of it because he don't have grass Pokemon on his bench. You can guess what's gonna happen next. I'm gonna play one copy of Guzma, and I will just do some damage to his Kyurem. Next turn I'm ready for Cynthia play, and I'm gonna need that Buzzwole GX for my Jet Punch, so I can just take double knockout. In order to that, I'm also gonna need some sort of Beast Energy play, and right now this Brooklet Hill helping my opponent a lot because he can just simply set his Pokemon in play. And there we see some Shrine of Punishment as well. Ooh, 3 Aqua Patches. That's very expensive play. So he needs some sort of switch or Guzma play. Nope, not gonna happen. I managed to top deck another Guzma. Really interesting. Do I have switch and custom catcher? Yes, I have. For now, I'm not gonna keep my custom catcher plays. I'm just gonna Jet Punch his Zebstrika. I'm trying to take double knockout here. Oof, it's a really hard question. I mean, I think Electro Power will probably go up insane, especially Secret Rare one. If you think about TCGO, Electro Power for sure. Maybe even Stack Attacker for the upcoming set, because metals are gonna be very strong. Yeah, these two cards are definitely gonna go drastically up. So if you can get them, you should definitely try to get them. That's my personal opinion. It's definitely worth. Alright, ready for that custom catcher play. Energy attachment, one instruct, and then I can judge. Or even better, Cynthia. I need another stadium, which I couldn't pull, but at least I can Jet Punch once again. And that's gonna be knocked against his Zebstrika. Just trying to control my opponent board right now by playing those custom catchers and Guzmas, spreading the damage around the board. And so far it works perfect. And there we go with a Guzma onto my Ninetales. And we might see the knockout here. Yep, energy recycle system, and he's hitting for 160, 180, 190. So I basically need switch, otherwise I won't be able to retreat, or maybe another Brooklet Hill. So I can save things up. Not gonna happen. I can still use this Ultra Ball. I have Brooklet Hill, so I have chance to pull one more Brooklet Hill here with Instruct, so I can maybe save the day. Nope, not gonna happen. I'm gonna be knocked out. He managed to take 2 prize cards here, so I'm letting my opponent to knock my Oranguru out, if he can. He will be able to do that, which means that after that my Sledgehammer won't be useful anymore. And that means only one thing. I need to step in with my Buzzwole GX. I think I'm probably... gonna lose this game. Okay, so he's already down to 3 prize cards. If I want to knock this White Kyurem out, Yeah, Knuckle Impact is just must have, but after that he can move those energies onto this Kyurem, and probably he'll promote this Kyurem to the active position, as expected, so he can knock me out with the new Kyurem. Then I can respond knocking him back with my Buzzwole, but that's not something that I really want to do. And after that he can obviously just use Freezing Flames and Guzma onto one of my heavily damaged Pokemon on the bench. But even worse, he have another white Kyurem, so that game is unfortunately over. So Freezing Flames, that's the knockout. We have Tapu Lele here, so we can use Guzma. In order to try to spread some damage around the board. Jet punching his Kyurem, but he probably have Guzma ready in his hand, so if I had Marshadow, maybe I would still be able to somehow win this game. But I think it is a GG. So actually, yeah, there is a Guzma. I really like this Kyurem, no doubt about that. It is a very unique deck. Oh, so I'm like 1 point from 225 tokens. That's insane. Okay, I will show you Greninja deck list after this game. Just stay tuned. I think I have it here on this account, so you should just wait a second. Ultra Ball for Vulpix, and that's it for now. Next turn I have, you know, just Cynthia available and refreshment of my hand for 6 new cards. Also potentially knockout. What I'm thinking to do, I'm definitely looking forward to use my switch onto my Buzzwole-GX. So I can also spread 3 damage on my opponent Pokemon on the bench. Okay, Rowlet and Zorua. Interesting. I don't understand your question. Really, I don't understand your question, to be honest. Look at this hand. Such a beautiful hand. This is so insane. This deck is so good. I fell in love with it. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna target this Rowlet on the bench because sooner or later he's gonna make some problem to me. and I feel comfortable knocking him out, I can also use Instruct for 1 extra card. There we go. Just gonna be another Buzzwole. Alright, so ready for that Jet Punch. Just like that, I took the prize. So do you think Greninja can win Tag Team Pokemon? I don't understand the question. I just don't understand it. New Greninja, the Darkness one, is gonna be dope. It's gonna be broken in my opinion. With double Course Energy you can knock one of your opponent Pokemons with less HP in game, which is just insane. If you have 5 GXs on the bench, you can just choose one of them and knock them out. That's insane. Alright, so for now I'm hitting for like 60 with the Choice Band for 90, and with... yeah, actually I just need Choice Band and this Zoroark will be knocked out anyways. That's insane. We're gonna see couple trades. Okay, so Ultra Ball for Oranguru, and there's also Rowlet. Quite interesting to see Oranguru in Zoroark deck, kinda like it. So he already bumped up damage to 150. For me it's very important to manage somehow to knock this Buzzwole, to knock this Zoroark with my Buzzwole next turn, so I'm gonna need that Choice Band so badly. Which means I'm gonna search my deck for Cynthia. How many Choice Bands do I have? 3 copies left. That's a lot. I mean, in this matchup, I don't think I'm gonna lose this game, but everything is possible. There is a Choice Band. There we go. Looking to move this Brooklet Hill from my hand. Imagine when you can, with 1 energy card, knock your opponent Zoroark. This is just insane. I mean, I'm hitting for 180 with a single energy card attached. It's quite obvious that I'm hitting because of the weakness for 180, but still, that's just insane. You can one-hit knock out Zoroark GX with 1 single energy card. So how to do that? You need to have Buzzwole GX, Beast Energy, Choice Band, Diancie. And then you're hitting for like 50, 80, 110. That's 220. So it's just ridiculous. Okay, so there we go with the feeder arrow. He decided to concede. Obvious. Okay, so we are talking about Greninja. There is Greninja deck. There it is. Ditto times 1 Weavile as a Tech, 3 copies of Tapu Koko, 2 copies of Latias, and then this deck has as a Tech Marshall with a Let Loose, Tapu Lele with a Wonder Tech, and 4-3. Actually, it should be 4-3-3 line of Froakie, Frogadier, and Greninja GX. Then also 1 copy of Volcanion. I just need to fix this. It has 3 Aqua Patches, 2 escape ropes, 1 field blower, 3 nest balls, 1 rescue stretcher, 3 super scoop ups, 2 timer balls, 4 copies of Ultra Ball. I actually played this version, right? 10 energies, 3 Tate and Liza, 2 Lilies, 2 Guzmas, 4 Cynthias, 4 Ultra Balls, 2 timer ball, 3 super scoop up, a rescue stretcher. So I'm gonna keep it a little bit for you so you can just print screen and save it. But pretty much that is the deck list that I used at my local league. I managed to score 17 points from total 15 from 27, so not bad score. I actually had only 2 defeats with this deck. Pretty impressive deck list. But today I'm just streaming with Buzzwole and Ninetales. Well, speaking about upcoming tag team cards, they simply have a lot of HP. That's the biggest problem. It really all depends what type of the tech cards your opponent gonna run. With Greninja you can win pretty much any deck, right? As long as you can set up pretty fast and as long as you can spread enough damage and as long as you can power up your Greninja so you can go for Haze Slash, right? So it's quite obvious. I don't think personally that Zekrom will run some sort of, let's say, Roll or maybe Super Scoop Up or maybe Max Potion play, so you definitely have a good chance to win. You just need to be very smart by playing your Greninjas from your hand. That's the most important thing. Alright, Ultra Ball turn 1 sounds like a good idea. It should be for Tapu Lele, no doubt about it. I'm going hard here. I can definitely tell that. So I'm grabbing myself Lisia. So I'm hitting for 50-30. He already decided to concede. Wow, amazing. You can't play a normal game. Your opponents just conceded immediately after they see what's going on. I think for the first time in today's live stream, I'm starting with Vulpix. Oh, okay, Sceptile GX. Sceptile featuring the CGI. Really, really, really interesting. As well as this Cynthia. I have good hand. I can grab myself switch if my Vulpix managed to survive. Obvious. Switch custom catcher and oh, another concede. Okay. For a Gramble deck, you really need to have a lot of skill. It is not easy to be played, trust me, mate. I played yesterday with him. You should watch the full live stream if you want to improve your gameplay a little bit. I really don't know how good player you are, but you should definitely consider checking that live stream and also some other pro players playing it, because it's really hard to play with the Gramble. You need to think triple before you play something. I made myself a lot of mistakes playing it. It's really hard deck. Trust me, not easy to play. And yet another concede. All right. Good opening hand. So let's go for something like a Diancie immediately. One energy attachment, one a Lillie. And then I can Ultra Ball for something like a Brooklet Hill and one energy. For one copy of Alolan Vulpix. And for now, that's gonna be it. Next turn I already have 50 damage, which should be enough for the knockout versus Froakie. Plus I can also snipe something on my opponent's bench. So this hand looks really, really good. Alright, so he might surprise me there with Jet Gazier. I wouldn't be surprised. In case of the Jet Gazier, I have switch available, so I can simply switch back to my Buzzwole GX. I have energy already attached, so that's the most important thing. There's Tapu Lele, so it's probably going to be for Lillie. Lillie up to 8, turn 1, always good to have. And it is. I was expecting that play. Aqua Patch for a Volcanion, and my top deck. Alright, so first things first. I can play Guzma if I want, which is not a bad idea. And the rest of the cards are gonna just stay as they are. Just gonna put another Buzzwole on the bench. Use that Jet Gazier, where I'm actually going to add damage to Froakie. I can anyways knock this Volcanion with my Knuckle Impact or with my Absorption GX, so that's not a big deal. So he also played one copy of Glaceon. I think I'm probably just gonna play Custom Catcher next turn so I can knock this Frogadier out and place 3 damage counters on Froakie. That's a must play move for the following turn. Alright, let's go. Ultra Ball, Lisia, and I don't need Choice Band anyways, at least not for now. Maybe for a little bit later. But I can grab myself Choice Band, just why not? Okay, the biggest threats are definitely those Froaks, no doubt about that. I'm waiting maybe for another Jet Gazer play, and there is another Frogadier without energies. My opponent won't be able to do too much. He even discarded one of the Glaceons that he had, and there is another Froakie. Alright, so there we go. Glaceon GX. Only 2 cards my opponent needs in this situation. Actually 3. Switch, Aqua Patch, Double Color's Energy, and I can say goodbye to my Buzzwole. But after that, at least I can active my Beast Rings. And looks like for now this is not gonna happen. Well, there's the first piece of the puzzle. Aqua Patch, can he get Double Core's Energy switch play? If not, I will definitely consider playing Guzma next turn. Well, Guzma down to Frogadier. Again, I don't really want to let my opponent to have those Frogadiers in play. And only this time, this Glaceon GX should get 30 damage. So double Colress Energy is all this Glaceon needs for the knockout. I mean, Sublimation GX, yeah, I mean, that Sublimation GX was GG. It was really game-breaking thing, right? I was waiting for it, but I couldn't get it. I just hope you didn't snipe my hand, you know, when watching the cards that I have available. Okay, I can promote my Buzzwole and I can hit for the one-hit knockout as long as I have my... Okay, I can use Brooklet Hill. And I have Beast Energy. That's pretty cool. I'm just gonna grab myself another Buzzwole baby, put him on the bench, use this Beast Energy Lusamine play, and I can play Ultra Ball as well, in addition to Oranguru for the following turn in case if I suffer the knockout. And right now I'm gonna have enough for the... No, I'm short for 10. No, I'm not. Actually, that's 170 exactly. There we go. Judge and Beast Ring. Yeah, Ninetales is a good card. Ninetales is just broken. I mean, this deck is also broken. I really like it. I might even consider playing this deck. At my local league this weekend. We might even live stream today's... we might even live stream our league this weekend, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. All right, I'm knocked it out, which means that I only need 160, 180. I can go max 210. But since he have 3 price cards, I can use my Lusamine. So I think this is gonna be very, very useful. So there we go, instruct for 1 for custom catcher for the win. Nope, just for another Beast Ring in this case. Jet Punch 160, 180. Well, quite obvious that I need to target the Zipstrika. Well, Vigo, you should just play... You should not give up, right? You should just not give up. Just play, practice. You really need a lot of practice, a lot of play. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say. Alright, so what I can do next? I mean, I played my Lusamine, I buy myself a turn. I don't have any other Guzma left. I just have one custom catcher, but the question is, can I get it somehow? Well, let's see what we can get with the judge first. Maybe 2 custom catchers. Maybe not. I can already see my opponent knocking me out next turn, so... Buzzwole basically covers any matchup. It's strong versus any matchup, but it's weak probably to Malamar deck, right? Malamar Giratina. It's bad versus that deck, but versus that matchup you have Ninetales, so Ninetales can actually save the day in that matchup, right? And he decided not to bring his Greninja back. So I'm hoping to pull that second custom catcher, which I have left in my deck. And also energy card. It's super hard for me to get both of these cards. And still he have, oh, he don't have GX actually. Nope, just a Tapu Lele. I need energy this turn, otherwise game is over for me. So if I miss energy... Oh, there we go. There's the energy card. As long as he don't have Guzma, I can still win this game. So another Jet Punch. 30 to this Zip Strike. It is very close. This game is very close. It's so intense. Literally, Guzma play can offer my opponent maybe victory, but in addition to that, he also needs energy and Frogadier. Can he get those 3 cards in play? We shall see. It is a very, very close game. So there we go with the Jet Gazier. I need to promote my Ninetales because he is 200 HP. And there we go with the Sprint. He's drawing 4 cards. He have 15 more cards left. That is a lot. Yeah, this game is seriously close. He don't have Guzma, which means that he attached energy to the Volcanion. We're gonna see Haze Slash and retreat down to my opponent hand. And I don't know why in the world did I promote my Ninetales to the active position, because I have no answer. What the heck did I did right now? I just promoted my Ninetales and I cannot retreat him because he has 2 retreat costs. I should promote my Tapu Lele instead. What in the world I was doing? What in the world did I do that? Oh boy. Okay. We should consider this as a GG. I don't know why I didn't promote my Tapu Lele in the active position. I don't know where was my mind. That's the reason, because all these hyper rare GXs looks the same. Okay, that was my mistake. I could count this game as a win, but it's defeat, unfortunately. But I could count it as a win, literally. Yeah, true. That was my mistake. I mean, I would have Knockout versus that Zipstrike on the bench for the last prize card anyways. So GG. My own mistake. But it was a very intense game until the end. It's obvious in the real life I wouldn't make that mistake. I would definitely put my Tapu Lele in the front because he had 1 retreat cost. It's obvious. Ninetales has 2. So you don't have a card that can actually pay 2 retreat cost. And look at this opening hand. This is already 60, 90, 110. So I can one-hit knock out Zeraora next turn with just a single shot. That's insane. Yeah, I definitely agree. I should not play hyper rare cards anymore after this game. I'm ready for Cynthia. Just a single energy card and you can one-hit knock out Zeraora, which is insane. I mean, the game is literally unbalanced, so I think they should bring back the old school rule from Diamond and Pearl era when you had weakness like plus 20 or something like that instead of ×2. It's much better in my opinion. Oh, I actually need energy in order to knock my opponent out with my Knuckle Impact, so that's insane. Imagine when you can win a game in just 2 turns. I would not say rich players' problems. I'm not rich, not even close, but I just have luck because I have this account that has cards that I can simply use. Starting with the Oranguru. So I'm playing versus Gramble deck. I can already see that because of double Slugma. Maybe Macargo GX. We shall see. This is a very, very strong setup here, no doubt about it. everything I could potentially ask for I have on my bench. I have Buzzwole, Buzzwole-GX, Diancie, Vulpix, Oranguru for Instruct. Even better, for the following turn I have my Alolan Ninetales-GX, so I can evolve, grab myself 2 item cards, like maybe switch custom catcher play on some sort like that. It's probably just gonna be switch and oh yeah, it is Buzzwole. It is a Gramble, so I'm gonna need Beast Energy Guzma play. If he will have only 1 Snubbull in play per turn, I don't think I'm gonna be in a problem. But with 2 Snubbulls per turn, I might see some difficulties trying to win this game. Oh, 3 Slugmas actually. So maybe it is Magcargo GX deck. Maybe it is Magmarig. Alright. So I need switch, and I also need that Beast Energy. Which I can't have, unfortunately, so I guess I'm okay just by using this Jet Punch for 50-30. For next turn I'm ready with either way Guzma or custom catcher play. So I can maybe take a double knockout. We see 2 tails on the timer ball play, and there's another one. Once in a row I flip 6 tails on the timer ball. That was a very painful moment. And it is Magcargo GX. It is Magcargo GX. Alright. I'm gonna need 1 energy as a top deck as soon as possible. So, Mellow was the top deck. And Burning Magma, so I lost 5 cards. Choice been Beast Ring, noticeable cards. Alright. The GX one? I agree with that. Really trying to knock this Slugma out potentially next turn. At least if he evolves into Magcargo. Magcargo is only 90 HP, so for him it's not worth to evolve this Slugma into anything. There's another Crushing Charge. Just the Great Ball was a top deck, so he lost another pressure resource, I would say, and an Ultra Ball. Oh, this game is lost. This game is lost for my opponent. Yeah, as expected, so he just decided to concede. There's no doubt about that. 11 victories today's live stream. I think I have maybe 2 defeats so far from like 13 or 14 games, which is insane. Taking a short break after this game, maybe 5 minutes. Then I will be continuing with the live stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me on the Twitch if you already didn't. You can also like my Facebook page, follow me on the Twitter. You can also check the social medias as well. I don't know what type of Ninetales is on the other side of the field, so I just decided not to put Buzzwole-GX in play for now. I'm hitting with the Sledgehammer only for 50, not enough for the one-hit knock against this Vulpix. So it is Alolan Ninetales-GX and probably some sort of the siege deck on the other side as expected, so you can already judge that by Professor Zalm play. And we're gonna see this Vulpix Beacon play. This deck actually needs maybe one Marshadow in my opinion. One Marshadow wouldn't be that bad. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You have 2 rare candies in your hand, buddy. This is pure madness, right? Really it is. Yes, I need 2 item cards. Which 2 item cards should I get myself? Like Ultra Ball maybe for Tapu Lele, or I should just ignore that and go with Switch and maybe another custom catcher play, right? So, guess I'm gonna do that. Okay, we have Oranguru and Jet Punch. These Ditto needs to take some damage. It's probably gonna be, I don't know, well, what it can be. Ditto can evolve into pretty much anything. Oh, there we go with an Enhanced Hammer play, right. Already -2 on energy cards. Thumbs up for the double Timer Ball play. 4 copies of rare candy at least he can grab if he wants. We're gonna see 2 rare candy plays, Alolan Ninetales and Zoroark-GX. Oh, this is gonna be so tough to watch. I'm losing 1 prize for sure. I'm losing my Ninetales on the bench, I can already see that. And probably I'm taking some damage to my Buzzwole in the active position. There we go, rare candy, first the CGI, rare candy, second the CGI. And he have Ninetales with Ice Pet GX. And also Zoroark-GX for the trade. 4 different types in play. Oh, inverse, there's a counter gain. Alright, so 1 energy for Sublimation GX. Oof, this is gonna hurt a lot. This is definitely gonna hurt a lot. And also that Ice Pet GX will hurt a lot. It all depends where he will focus with that Ice Blade. I think he will just consider knocking my Vulpix on the bench. Which means that I think it's not worth to use Ultra Ball and to discard my Beast Ring. What about Cynthia? There is a Beast Energy. Not gonna use it. If I use Beast Energy, I'm hitting for 90. Oh, it's really risky because he can then put 2 feather arrows and knock me out, so not worth to do that. We're just gonna put some pressure to this Ninetales. The reason why I'm doing that is simply because I can try to knock him with the Sledgehammer next turn somehow. And the next turn, with the help of the Choice Band, I can go for the one-hit knockout versus this Ninetales. So at least I can avoid Ice Pad GX. If I decided to add 30 more damage this turn, he would probably just use Ice Pad GX and 2 feather arrows, and that would be a knockout. But he decided actually to scoop this bad boy into his hands so he can knock me out with the Zoroark and the double Quartz Energy. So 120. This is going to be 120, 140, and 2 feather arrows, 180. Okay, so he's not able to go for the one-hit knockout. Still, he's short for like a Choice Band play. There it is. Okay. Good, good, good. And what I can do with my Sledgehammer, I really need to count 30, 60, 80. I still need a Choice Band for the knockout, so I'm pretty happy with that as well. If I can trade price for 2 price cards, I can live with that for sure. Okay, Radius bidding for the knockout. The only card that I need right now is just the Choice Band, so I think I can get it. I think I can get Choice Band. Switch top deck, not gonna happen. Alright, he's down to 3, which means that I need a couple Beast Rings so I can stay in this game. Oh, I can pretty much say that this game is over right now. Neither Beast Ring, neither Choice Band, and I play like 4 Choice Bands and 3 Beast Rings, and I couldn't get a single one. So there you go. That's the GG. He didn't even use Sublimation GX. What a bad Cynthia play. That Cynthia was horrible. Literally, I didn't get nothing. I think that only Miracle can save me in this case, but not even a Miracle, I guess, because... Oh, Judge. Okay. Maybe I can get something useful with that Judge play. Maybe not. At least he can't scoop Zoroark with Acerola, so that's something, right? Problem with this deck is the fact that it does not run Rescue Stretcher, for example, so you cannot recover the Pokemons from your discard pile. I took the knockout versus this Zoroark, but a little bit too late, right? Still, I have like 4 price cards versus 2. Yeah, definitely. Acerola and Zoroark, the most annoying combo and the worst thing you can possibly play versus. But I was short for like a Choice Band. If I had Choice Band for the knockout with the Buzzwole turn before, things would be definitely different. And right now he have that Guzma play, which means that he can definitely knock my Buzzwole on the bench. Oh, he can just use Sublimation GX actually. But he could even knock me out with the Zoroark, for example, anyways, so... GG. Good deck list for Drampa GX. In the standard format, it is a good deck in expanded format, right? But in the standard format, I don't know, buddy. You should try to play it with Garbodor, maybe with, yeah, probably with the Garbodor. Your best bet is to go with the Garbodor, right? I don't know what else you can use. Drampa Garbodor and either way, Rainbow Energies, or maybe Bottown. That's something on my mind, but that's pretty old school deck, right? That deck was being heavily played when the Sun and Moon was released, right? And right now is not that good anymore. It is good in expanded format to counter Zoroark decks, but in expanded format, in the standard format, it's not that good. It's just not that good. Huh, let's play with the judge. It was not the worst judge in the world. It was actually a decent judge. So I'm kind of happy to see that type of the judge play into the Cynthia. Oh, Stakataka GX. There we go. Stakataka featuring Naganandel, but not the regular Naganandel, but Naganandel GX. And that's gonna be a tough matchup for me, I can definitely say that. But I'm not gonna give up. Am I doing some sort of damage here? I guess I'm doing tiny amount of damage, just 20 because of those Stakatakas. Yeah, there it is, Naganandel GX, Beast Raid, can hit for a lot of damage. Which is not bad actually, because then I can activate my Beast Ring. Oh, he was short for energy card. Right. What about Cynthia play? Well, 20 more, not bad. Well, any good Mr. Mime deck. Mr. Mime at this moment is not that good, because many decks are gonna hit you for 170, 190, 70 or something like that, right? But when the new Mr. Mime will be released, that's coming in the new set after this one, then you're gonna be able to play both Mr. Mimes in the same deck, and that's gonna be pretty cool. Should I go with the Ninetales for now, or maybe just ignore doing that? Since I have Beast Ring available. Let's just go with another round of the Energy Drive. Next turn I can knock him out with my Tapu Lele if he miss basic Pokemon, but he obviously have Ultra Space. I'm not sure why he didn't grab one. Maybe I can trade you one Tapu Koko, but it's very hard to obtain them. They were 3 booster packs. I have it on my second account. I can consider maybe trading it, but if I do that, I'm just gonna have one, which means I'm not gonna be able to play my Gramble deck anymore, neither Greninja on that second account. I'm very limited with the cards at this moment. Very, very limited. I suggest you to put on trade one Marshadow for one copy of Tapu Koko if you have it. Wow. Do I really need to waste my Beast Ring for this? It really hurts my eyes. Okay, I guess after this I need to put another Beast Ring in play. And I can also use advantage of a choice band. Yeah, Marshadow can get a Tapu Koko promo if you get lucky. I got one by myself, so I highly recommend you to try that. You might get lucky, so he had way too many cards, and I'm very scared about being struck by the Guzma. So Judge sounds like a good idea. Nah, you can't. It's forbidden, unfortunately, on this account. Unfortunately, I cannot trade any card. But I gave you the example. You should just consider doing your Marshadow promo for... not the Marshadow promo, Marshadow with the Let Loose for Tapu Koko. Just put it on trade for 8 hours and you might get lucky and you might get one Tapu Koko. Oh, okay. There's a Beast Ring. I literally need energy card in order to knock him out. If I miss it, everything is over. Custom catcher. So this is a Ultra Ball, and if I use Beast Ring, unfortunately I have one energy, and I can consider doing that. But I need Tapu Lele into some sort of the draw supporter play. There's a Lillie, there's a custom catcher play for energy. There we go. And I'm still gonna need... I didn't get it. I was risking and I didn't get it, and why in the world did I do that? I didn't get Beast Ring. Why I just didn't go for Lusamine in this scenario, I have no clue about that. This was the key to success in this game. Okay, I can... No, he's gonna retreat and knock me out with this. Ah, what a misplay. Horrible misplay. I shouldn't take the risk, I was too greedy. I was trying to get both Beast Ring and Energy to power up my Ninetales so I can Sublimation GX at my next turn for the win. I should just go step by step. Not to be so greedy. Oh, Lost March. So I need Diancie turn 1. I'm gonna have one with the Brooklet Hill. And still it won't be enough for the knockout versus Hoppip. In addition to that, I'm also gonna need my Beast Energy, but unfortunately it is prized. So let's just build up those Alolan Ninetales. Oh, he must have supporter card or Marshadow in his hand. Yep, there we go. He wouldn't discard Ultra Ball that easy if he didn't have other piece of puzzle like a Marshadow, for example. And what did I get here? Pretty much nothing. Double switch, custom catcher, Ultra Ball play. Yeah, I don't have choice band in my Greninja deck because my meta is quite different than usual meta, right? In my meta, most decks are just non-GX, and that's the reason why I'm not running choice band. That's the only reason for that. There's no other reason, to be honest. I don't know, what do I need here? Maybe another Vulpix play? I mean, I'm just wasting this turn anyways. Well, with double custom catcher, I can catch this Marshadow actually and snipe one of those Hoppips on the bench. This bad boy also has resistance. Next turn I'm looking for maybe possibly Ultra Ball play and... Nah, I just made a mistake by discarding this switch from my hand. And he already have like 3, 4, 5, 6, 120 damage. There's another let loose. Alright, maybe I get lucky with Guzma Energy and Ninetales play. Yeah, I have all that I really need. I have Ninetales and Ultra Ball for Tapu Lele, so I can have Guzma available and Unit Energy as well. So that's literally all I need for the knockout against one of those Jumplifts. So he's already hitting for 160 and there's only one Trumpic. Oh, he missed the knockout here. And that Guzma was a top deck. So Snow Wind and 3 damage for Marshadow. There we go. I'm gonna need Beast Energy. Nope, just the fighting one, which is also good. Still 8 Pokemons in discard pile. There's a Oranguru. Will there be anything else? Well, there we go with the Lillie. And finally, there is a Grass Energy, but if I can survive at least one more turn with this Ninetales, I will be able to take a double knockout. So there's a Trumpic, so he is moving up to the 180 damage. And all he really needs is just one more Pokemon in the loss zone. Nope, just 180. Alright, that's very important. That's very... Ooh, he decided to concede. Alright guys, taking a short break, we'll be back soon. Stay tuned for the live stream. Alright, so I'm finally back, moving on with the live stream. So what do we have here? Some sort of Blaziken deck? I didn't see Blaziken in a while. There was Blaziken from Dark Explorers last time, if I'm not wrong. And more than that, I don't remember that I actually saw another one. It would be a shame if I wouldn't use my Tapu Lele for Lily turn 1. Really, I have such a nice opening hand, and the last card that I really need here is going to be probably Diancie, nothing less, nothing more. So let's move on with one energy discardment. I can live with that. It's not that I need it because I'm already hitting for 60, but I can use it. There we go, 80-30. First prize card in the game, Custom Catcher, pretty good. Can definitely use advantage of the Custom Catcher at the following turn. We might see some type of Rare Candy Blaziken play. There it is, Firestarter. If you're not familiar with it, this is a reprint from, I think EXDX or something like that. Once you turn, you might attach Fire Energy card from a discard pile to your benched Pokemon. And with the Fire Stream, you can go for 90. If you discard Fire Energy, in addition to that, you can just does 20 damage to all of your opponent's benched Pokemons. Not something special, but it can perfectly fit with Magcargo GX, right? Because you can power up Magcargo with energy cards, and then you can just cause a lot of damage. Alright, in this case, I think I should definitely consider knocking this Torchic on his bench, maybe even that Slugma, because I can do that. I'm happy with the Torchic, actually, at least for now, because if Slugma evolves into Magcargo, sooner or later with the Beast Rings I can just grab double knockout, so that's good for me. Okay. What's my name in real life or in game? Vigo, what's your question? Okay, I have Ultra Ball for Switch. Oh, I have Top Deck Switch, even better. And I can Ultra Ball for some sort of the Ninetales for double custom catcher play if I have it, finger crossed. Alright, I have. So my name in real life is Mario, like Super Mario Brothers. But I don't have brother. Neither I know who's Luigi, so... Yeah, just kidding. Okay, let's go for that Vulpix. Where are you from, Vigo? Are you somewhere from Europe or maybe from USA? Oh, nice. So he can take like triple price card right now. And even this shrine is doing so many damage. Well, I'm definitely interested in Ultra Ball. I need hand. And it's gonna be for Tapu Lele. I don't have Lusamine, so the best thing I can grab should be Cynthia. So I'm from Europe as well. Where from Europe? Come on, Stadium. Come on, Brooklet Hill. Nope, not gonna happen. Well, I'm gonna need to knock him out with Absorption GX, so I can still have my Knuckle Impact for the following turn. Where are you from Europe? You're not replying. Oh, so he kept that Dita Force Striker and he kept this Slugma for Macargo, so it was not Macargo GX. Okay, cool. So you're from Sweden, you're telling that in Sweden nobody's playing this game. That's strange, because I would say that Sweden is much more better than Croatia. It definitely is. It definitely is a better country than Croatia, there's no doubt about it. But I'm just wondering how nobody is playing the Pokemon trading card game in Sweden. I mean, Sweden is a huge country, so Game is not that popular in Europe as it's popular in the United States. But in UK and in Germany and Austria, this game is very popular. Okay, so I can finally remove this Brooklet Hill from play. Okay, there we go. There's a Guzma for a win. Oh, speaking about football, well, France was better, at least on the paper. We had a lot of luck with the games, if you ask me, because we didn't play versus Portuguese. If we played it versus Portugal, we would probably lose this game. And then we almost lose to the Denmark. I mean, they definitely deserve to be second, at least. With a little bit more of luck, they would win for sure, but it is how it is. Second place is a very big achievement for Croatia football team, from Croatia national football team. Mikiri, hi, where are you from? I assume you're probably somewhere from Finland, at least. I would say that to your name on the YouTube. Maybe I'm wrong. Where are you from, Mikiri? Oh, message. I completely forget about message. That's the problem when I speak too much. Yeah, I accepted your friend request. I can send you one battle challenge if you want to battle versus me. Oh, you're from England. Where are you from, England? Are you watching football? Which club you're supporting? Alright, me versus Wigo. Who's gonna win? I don't know. Is he playing a Zyger deck? Oh, you're not watching football. Neither I too much, but I like Premier League. I'm gonna win, maybe. It all depends. Oh, I know this deck. It's a really interesting deck that you're playing on the other side of the field. You can play this deck with Umbreon GX, because you can hit with Umbreon for 30, strafe down to this Pyukumuku. Kinda like it. It's a really unique deck. no doubt about it. I'm gonna go with Oranguru. I think it's not hidden around Hitmontop, at least not for now. Oh, look at my top deck. It's Alolan Ninetales. Oh, thanks for the subscribe. I really appreciate that. You could also follow me on the Twitch as well. You can find link in the video description if you have Twitch. Oh, it is Hitmontop. Rapid Spin. Wait, which set is this Hitmontop? It is from... Is this Hitmontop from... Wait, which set is this Hitmontop? Is this from... Oh, it's from the... It's from the same set as... Lost Under, yes. Okay, pretty cool. Switch this Pokemon with your benched Pokemon. If you do, your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their benched Pokemon. Lost Under, yes, it is Lost Under. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, sorry for the Twitch, Mikiri. Okay, there we go with the Shrine of Punishment. I'm preparing my Oranguru for retreat. And I'm using my Jet Punch. And I'm gonna deal some damage to his... Oh, this Hitmontop is gonna knock me out. So I'm taking 60, 80, and 60 right now. That's 140, 150, 160. That's a lot of damage. One of my favorite cards of all time is Hitmontop promo, league promo from 2000, early 2000s, late 1999. I don't know if you guys remember that card from the old Pokemon League. That was a very nice looking card. So Mikiri, goodbye, see you next time. Hello to Andrea, where are you from? Yeah, Rapid Spin can knock me out. Oh no, it won't knock me out, it's just 100. Can I get something with this Lisia? I mean, I can go for this Diancie. Energy needs to be attached somewhere, and I can instruct for 1. Yeah, I think you did tiny mistake right now, but never mind. We're gonna go with the Jet Punch, and some damage should be placed on this Buzzwole. Oh, you're also from Europe. Greetings to Italy and also to London. I'm a huge Francesco Totti fan. Not sure if you're watching football, but I'm a huge fan of him. Alright, there we go. Rapid Spin finally knocking me out. I have Ninetales in my hand, but I don't have enough resources for the knockout. At least not to knock this Buzzwole out. However, double custom catcher play is must have in this situation. Brooklet Hill for another Vulpix. Energy attachment. One custom catcher play. Since I'm hitting only for 70, I'm thinking about getting this Diancie in the active spot, and since I have Judge, I can also use that as my advantage. Perfect. There's a Buzzwole and a Beast Ring, so I can also use that as well. Double switch in my hand. Okay, I can go with Snowy Wind, and I should definitely put some pressure to this Beast on the bench. If this Pokemon is your active, so only if it's active Pokemon I'm taking damage. I'm straying from Europe. I'm located in Europe. I'm just speaking English because I should speak English, because if I speak any other language, probably nobody wouldn't even consider watching this. But if you're new to the channel, you should definitely consider subscribing and supporting me in the future. I would really appreciate that. And you could also check my Twitch as well. I can take double prize next turn. I at least I hope. Fingers crossed for that. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing, Andrea. Oh, a skateboard. And instruct for 2 more cards once again. My turn. Alright. And I have another Beast Ring available, so I can grab another Buzzwole with the Sledgehammer. In this matchup, I really need those non-GX attackers, pretty much. And I can take a double knockout with my Snow Wind, and the most important thing is the next turn I can just use my Sublimation GX, but game is over. He can hit and run, do some damage. I can try to search my deck for maybe another custom catcher, maybe for Guzma play. Since he have 4 prize cards, I can go for the knockout versus this Buzzwole, maybe Oranguru. But very close to take another prize or 2. But very cool idea with this Hitmontop. Very cool idea. One prize attacker, switching in this card, really interesting. And right now I need to switch something. It really doesn't matter since I have switch available. Cynthia top deck. Yeah, I mean, I had some luck here, nothing else. So that's 160. So down to one prize. I mean, I just had a lot of luck because I got good cards, so okay, Guzma for my Oranguru, that should be a knockout, and basically I need to promote my Buzzwole, and I don't even need to get heads on the coin flip, right? So that's the GG. And this is really cheap deck, and funny deck, and cool deck for play in a standard format. And there we see one enhanced hammer play and one rapid spin. But a really good deck. I really like it. I really like it. Really cool idea. Because if you want to deal some damage, you're taking 6 damage back, so that's insane. I mean, we can do one rematch if you want. We can go on best of 3 series or something like that. Looking forward to play maybe like 45 minutes more, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm gonna need to go sleep. I'm already streaming for like 3 hours. Pick whatever you have. I think it's not the same deck because you have different deck bugs this time. And I'm starting with Tapu Lele-GX. Oh boy. If I don't like to start with something, that's definitely Tapu Lele-GX, because it's a GX and it's not good in this deck if you start with him, because this deck does not play double course energies, but still you can use it as attacker as well. Oh boy, Leafeon. I don't like Leafeon at all. It is so powerful. And my hand is just complete brick. But at least I can just Jet Punch at my turn 1, which is not bad. If I get lucky, I can use also Brooklet Hill, put on the bench. Oh, so there's also Lurantis. So you can breed off the leaves. If Leafeon is active, you can heal 5 damage counters from him. And if there's also Stadium card in play, you can heal 60 more, right? So it's literally insane. Alright, so there you go with the Instruct for 2, and yet another Beast Ring top deck. So bad for me, but at least I'm gonna get this Vulpix at the top of the deck. And that's gonna be a Jet Punch, and I really need to deal some damage to this Zorua. It really doesn't matter too much because Zorua can still evolve. Actually, Ditto can evolve into Zorak as well. At least I have Beast Ring, right? So sooner or later with the Beast Rings I might be able to get back in the game if I suffer the knock against this Leafeon. No more Instruct, that's very important. No more Instruct for my opponent. Banana Master, where it is? Where's the Oranguru? You really need him. You're probably gonna get him as a top deck. I desperately searching for the top deck. Do whatever you want. I mean, GX is actually decent here. You can use ability, you can heal the damage. And if I was you, I would probably consider attacking this turn because you just assume that your opponent don't have nothing, right? Because he didn't play support or nothing for a couple turns, so you just want to knock this Buzzwole out. But you should just use Braid of the Leaves. I'm not sure if you use it or not. So there is a Zoroark, and he didn't evolve Ditto, obviously, because Ditto can evolve into something or nothing. Right, we're putting this Diancie on the bench, and right now I can grab myself a prize card once again. Yeah, I think he forget about Breed of the Leaves. He didn't use heal, but it doesn't matter too much because I had Guzma and I just decided to knock this Ditto and spread damage to my cargo anyways, so it won't matter too much anyways. So there is one smooth over. I have Judge. Once again, I have Tapu Lele. This is a Beast Energy. No, it's not. Still, I can go for like 50, right? I can just bypass this Leafeon completely by just spreading the damage around the board and not focusing Leafeon at all, right? Just hitting for like double knockout or something like that. Alright, so he finally got me there, which basically means one thing. I need to knock this Leafeon right now somehow. And I'm wondering how should I do that. So first things first, let's go with one copy of the Beast Ring. Then I'm gonna put my Choice Band. And I will use Brooklet Hill for another Buzzwole-GX. For another Beast Ring. And the Judge. Yet another Beast Ring, which I really don't need. But I can use. I have 4 custom catchers and I really need them so badly. So that's like 210, right? And potentially next turn I can swing for like Victory, but Braid of the Leaves can heal a lot of damage, plus this bodybuilding dumbbells can add 40 HP extra to this Leafeon, meaning that he has 240 HP, and that is actually a lot of HP. Okay, so he decided actually to heal damage from Zoroark. Will I see maybe here some sort of Acerola play? Interesting decision. I can't attack next turn with my Buzzwole, but I can simply use, for example, Cynthia and win the game by taking 4 prize cards. And it looks like he is missing the card that he needs. So my play for next turn, play Cynthia, and I only need Choice Band, and I can take 4 prize cards and win the game. Oh, okay. That saves the day. Remember, guys, I still didn't use my GX attack, so I can use it right now. Oh, triple custom catcher play. Okay, that's insane. So I can Ultra Ball. Let's see. I'm hitting for like 30, 60, 90, 110. I can take 3 prize cards. I don't have Switch, but it doesn't matter too much because okay, so 30, 60, 90, 110, that should be enough for the knockout. With this Jet Punch, right? In case of Enhanced Hammer, I'm just gonna discard a regular energy card. And there we go with the Jet Punch. And I can also knock this Macargo out. So 3 prize cards. The reason why I have so many cards is just because I have account for the streaming. And that explains a lot of things. A lot of work involved in this account. And I would say this is a GG because I have double custom catcher available and I can basically catch and knock out any of my opponent Pokemons on the bench and basically win this game. But for example, some sort of custom catcher might not be bad. So bodybuilding, and he's evolving into the Leafeon. But I think Leafeon can't actually survive this Buzzwole right now because I have also Beast Energy available. So that's 190 to 240. I'm hitting for 240, which is exactly enough for the one-hit knock against this Leafeon, even without custom catcher. I do have 2 custom catchers available in my hand, so I can easily knock this Leafeon out, but I can also play 2 custom catchers and knock something else out. It doesn't matter because I previously turn used my Jet Punch. Escape Rope, Tapu Lele. He has 1 retreat cost. I mean, I have Switch, it doesn't matter too much, but still. And that was 1 Knuckle Impact for 480. And that is a GG. 13,000 damage done. That's a lot of damage. So, quite impressed by the deck performance. This Buzzwole deck is actually very strong. It's not a joke deck, it's a very consistent deck list with a lot of power, Once you manage to set things up and play a little bit with it, you're gonna like it, that's for sure. So you should definitely try this deck because it's a very, very powerful. I mean, really it is. It is an Ultra Beast. It can use advantage of Beast Rings, so you can just accelerate your energies. It has extra energy acceleration. It also has that mysterious guidance Ninetales that can use Sublimation GX and Snow Wind, so you can also set a couple knockouts at one turn. You can Sublimate GX your opponent, for example, Buzzwole GX in the mirror match, or maybe Blacephalon, which is kind of difficult matchup for this deck, but with Sublimation you have much better chance to beat it, especially with Sledgehammer as well. Diancie is also here for that extra damage, as well as Beast Energy and Choice Band. Couple cool techs in this deck are also Lusamine. When your opponent has 3 prize cards left, you can play Lusamine and prevent all damage done to Ultra Beasts by attacks during opponent next turn. That's also very cool. I kind of like that tech as well. And those custom catchers, we won't forget about those custom catcher plays. You can just play 2 custom catchers at once, and if you do that, you can just switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with one of his or her active Pokemon. And a good thing about custom catcher is also the fact that if you play 1, you can draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. Moving on to the chat. Oh, there is a full art Lisia. I didn't know that. I didn't know there's a full art Lisia. Oh, actually it is. Oh, cool. Didn't know that. I can add it to the deck list as well. So I can have max rarity deck, but it's not max rarity because of those energy cards. But we can discuss about energy cost because those energies are from Call of Legends, and I think they actually worth more than those from Sun and Moon series. Thanks for the Lisia thumbs up. I didn't have clue about the full art rarity of this card. Okay, so I'm gonna play one more game at the ladder for today's live stream, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. Yeah, I like those Hard Gold, Soul Silver energy cards. They look the best. Thanks for subscribe, Vigo. I really appreciate that. Oh, no problem. At least you subscribe, so I appreciate that. Chris G, are you maybe subscribed to channel as well? Vigo, you can also follow me on the on the Twitch. You can find link in the video description. If you can follow me on the Twitch, I would also really appreciate that. So, Buzzwole mirror match. Oh, thanks for that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, you know. Really not the best hand in the world. I hope I can top deck something much more useful other than this. Oh, he had double Course Energy for retreat. You gotta be kidding me. And he also have Lillie. But I have 1 energy extra for attachment, especially if you miss one here, so... There we go with the Jet Punch, 80-30. Top deck Ninetales, wow, amazing top deck. I think I'm gonna use 2 counter catchers. Gonna definitely risk here. Playing that custom on Diancie and using another round of the Jet Punch. Oh, why attacked that Buzzwole-GX when I can simply sublimate him? I have no clue, but I don't have a single card in my hand. I'm depending hard on the top deck. Any type of the top deck would be nice. I decided to risk a little bit by playing custom catcher on that Diancie. I should just spread that damage on the Buzzwole. And another double Course Energy. Oof, he played 2 DCEs in a row in order to use that Buzzwole Jet Punch. And there's Kukui, so this should be a knockout. So if I don't top deck something, this game would be over. Oh, actually it's only 100, so I'm still in the game. And there's a Buzzwole top deck. And right now I really need to... Oh, I was very scared about that Lycanroc play. Just a choice band. GG. I can concede this because there is no way I can actually get back in this game anymore. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate following and watching today's live stream. Once again, there's the deck list that I used in today's video. If you already didn't, consider subscribing and following me on YouTube and Twitch. You can also consider sending donation if you want. It's not necessary. Also, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, make sure to leave comments below. Also, you can reach me if you need something on Facebook page. It's linked in my video description. Also, deck list is linked in my video description. You can also check ccgcastle.com if you're looking to buy maybe some specific cards for your collection deck, or maybe if you're looking for TCGO online code cards, they also have them probably for the best prices on the market. And you can also contact them on their mail if you need to know anything about them. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have a nice day and goodbye.